This Liberty Sports Update is brought to you by Beacon Credit Union.
Morning, Maurice. How are you?
Good morning. Awesome. How about yourself?
I'm well. You mentioned this in preseason, how replacing a guy like Antonio Gandy Golden wouldn't be one guy, it would be a whole host of guys. And with Noah and CJ being out for the majority of the year so far, we've seen production across the board. 6 times this year, 8 different players have caught passes in a game. Kevin Shaw's gone over 100. CJ Daniels has come close to going over 100. We've seen what Stubbs has been able to do, and now we're starting to get to see Noah and CJ Yarbrough out there on the field. And I'd be remiss to not mention Demario Douglas and what he's done. And what have you seen the evolution of this receiver core that it's become one of the deepest positions on the team, and you guys got guys stepping up on a daily basis?
Yeah, I would say first and foremost is the unselfish mentality that those guys have, and that's what we talk about every day at practice, is be the best version of you today. And I think it's carrying over to the games. Where you see a guy like Demario, when he had his big game, I think he had 6 catches for 115 yards. He only had 11 snaps. That's maximizing your day. That's maximizing your role. And a guy like Shaw, 2 catches, and the 1 catch was huge because he bailed us out. Demario had dropped that pass, had passed to him right before Shaw caught that big play on 3rd down. And then for CJ Daniels to come in and get 2 catches, 2 touchdowns, that's huge. But it goes back to those guys being unselfish, being the best version of them every single day, and maximizing your opportunity. That ball, it's going to find you, and when it finds you, you have to be ready to make a play for us. And that's what I've been most pleased by this group thus far.
You look at the confidence of this group, and with Noah and CJ Yarbrough missing so much time, how much did the production that those other guys that, like we mentioned, Kevin Shaw, Demario Douglas, DJ Stubbs, CJ Daniels, those guys stepping up and making plays, how much has that helped elevate this room when a lot of people were thinking CJ Yarbrough and Noah Frith were going to be the big play guys entering the season?
Well, it gave us, as coaches, confidence that those guys can come in big-time moments and make big-time plays. You think about the Syracuse game, we had really 5 receivers that we trusted that can do every aspect of the game to play that game. And those guys, they came up big for us. So they gave us confidence in those guys that no matter who's in the game, that they're going to make plays for us. And then we had an opportunity to get CJ Yarbrough back, Noah Frith back, and then Javion should be back, if not this week, next week. And I think that room is going to get deeper. And that elevates the competition every single day, too. Those guys know that, every single day I have to come prepared, not just in practice, but, in the weight room. I have to have, in the meeting room, I have to have laser focus to be the best I can be every single day to hold on to the spot that I have.
The last one from me, how much the last few games helped with Noah and CJ being on the field for the first time together, getting into a rhythm and getting into a familiarity with Malik that Malik had been able to develop with the other receivers this year?
It helped because I believe that prior to those guys getting injured, Malik had a comfort with those guys, and those 5 practices we had during the spring, Malik throw the ball up to those guys, they'll make plays for him. So it was a comfort level with Malik, and I think that he had to get an opportunity to get reps in with C.J. Daniels, reps in with Kevin Shaw playing outside primarily, and I think he kind of showed early on in the season when we're not connecting on those deep balls. I think we missed like 3 in a row against Monroe, and but since then, he's been more familiar with those guys, more comfortable with those guys, and I think that comfort level was with CJ and CJ Yarbrough and Noah. And when those guys came back, it really helped us just move forward as a receiver group and in our passing game.
Thank you.
We're here with Flames wide receivers coach Maurice Harris. We'll take questions here. If anyone's got anything, use the raise hand option. Coach, we will, if you would, just want to give us your thoughts on NC State here this weekend and the challenges that their secondary imposes. I know that Malik Dunlap is a very large individual for a corner. I don't know if you've seen any 6'4", 220 corners in your time, but just your thoughts on their defense.
It's been a long time since I've seen 6'4" corners, and then you couple that with his size. A really good defense. Up front they're solid. Linebackers are solid. In the secondary they're solid. It's going to be a really good challenge for us, but one that we're excited about facing. The thing that stands out to me, like you said, man, just their size on the corners. Not only Malik, but you look at Shaheem Battle. He's 6'2". That's a big boy as well. So we had to use really good technique getting off press and things of that nature when they do press, catch the ball in traffic and make one guy miss. So we're excited about it. I really like how our plan is coming together to attack these guys.
Forgive me if I missed this question. Damian might have asked it, but having Noah and CJ on the field at the same time, how does that change this offense?
Well, I think it's a comfort level for all of us, that we got some guys that have made plays in games that, if you try to cover a double, CJ Yarbrough, then we feel good about Stubbs and Noah making plays. Or, you try to double Noah, we feel good about, CJ and DJ making plays. So it just gives us a comfort level when the ball is thrown to those guys. I think CJ Yarbrough made maybe like 2 contested catches this game. Noah made a big contested catch on a curl route for us, going up and catching the ball in traffic. You just feel comfortable with those balls being thrown to those guys that they're going to make plays for us.